Well, there are newly released documents today raising more questions about the scandal surrounding New Jersey Governor Chris Christie. According to the previously redacted documents, David Wildstein, then a top executive at the Port Authority, sent a photo of a New Jersey rabbi to Bridgegate Kelly, who is a top aide to Christie. Of course, she's been fired by now. You say, wait a minute, why? Well, along with the photo, a note came saying, quote, "He has officially pissed me off." Kelly's response, quote, "Clearly, and we cannot cause traffic problems in front of his house, can we?" Wildstein replies, "Flights to Tel Aviv all mysteriously delayed." All right, here's why this is important. 6 days earlier, Kelly is the one who sent the now infamous email to Wildstein saying, quote, "Time for some traffic problems in Fort Lee." That is what set off the lane closings at the George Washington Bridge and this entire scandal. Joining me now, Steve Adubato, political analyst. Wow.
That's bad stuff.
I mean, this shows this was not a one-time thing. This shows this was an ongoing thing you would make light about, you would joke about, and you could have done many times.
Yeah. Look, it is embarrassing. It's humiliating. And the part that really gets me, and should get any person who cares about people who are put in powerful positions, whether you're the deputy chief of staff or you're the point person at the Port Authority, which is a huge agency responsible for how you get across the bridge.
It's a very powerful position and the busiest bridge in the United States.
You're screwing around like that with those text messages. You're putting people at risk. You're putting innocent people at risk. You're talking about this rabbi, and God knows why they're doing that for political reasons. But it's like, first of all, you're doing it on behalf of the governor. You are using the governor's name. You're using the governor's influence. You're using the influence of the Port Authority. And I don't know what they're planning to actually do or not do, but they're threatening to do those things. It is incredibly irresponsible, childish. But the thing that scares me is what if they actually did those things? That's bad stuff.
It's very bad stuff. And here's the thing. Let's just assume, because at this point, this is the only thing you can assume, because at this point, we know it to be the truth until it isn't. The governor knew nothing. But yet these are the people he surrounded himself by. And they thought that this was okay. So is this just someone acting completely out of school? Or was this a symbol of a culture and a kind of leadership that this governor puts forth? Because that really is ultimately the question that matters for whether he'll be the next president.
It matters for a lot of reasons, not just the 2016 race, from my point of view. First of all, the governor has acknowledged responsible for what these screwballs are doing back and forth. And that was even before we saw this stuff.
And he fired them.
Fired them.
Yeah.
But here's my view. I actually don't think it's enough. I respect the governor. I believe the governor. I don't think he knew about this stuff. But that does not abdicate from a question of leadership what you're responsible for. You're responsible for these people. I think more people need to go. I think more heads need to roll. And I frankly don't think that you need to wait until the entire investigation ends. And I'll tell you why. There are certain people like David Sampson. I don't think you really need to wait. And it's not even a criminal matter. I argue when the chairman of the Port Authority is going back and forth with the executive director and putting out a text message saying, hey, that's the guy that's leaking information to the press. What's really going on with him? We have to get that guy. My argument is you have a question of leadership, of confidence there. And with the chairman of the Port Authority and the executive director going back and forth, I think David Sampson's in big trouble. And the governor needs to say that. And I know he's loyal to him, but sometimes loyalty is a problem.